Okay, we're back.
We're back, everybody.
I was gonna say, did you miss us?
Did you miss us? Obviously.
Because we missed you.
Okay, obviously everybody's like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, where did the pink print go?
Wait, I forgot to put my lip liner on. I'm gonna have to put it on. Wait.
It's okay, this is very House of Her coded. Should I talk to the camera while you do so?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, we are no longer the Pink Print Podcast. I know we have a lot of very loyal listeners, and you're all probably wondering what the hell happened. And we're going to explain right now. So, welcome back to the House of Her podcast. We are reintroducing ourselves today. This is our launch week. We have been working so fucking hard on redoing this brand. And essentially, we just really have evolved as entrepreneurs. I'm going to wait for my co-host to come back before I get really deep without her. Okay, she's back.
I was gonna say, oh my god, I left for the hard part.
By the way, like, you always need lip liner, so like, you need to go do that.
No, I
That was
do,
important.
and like it just makes my lips look so much bigger and juicier, and so like I needed you guys to see it, you know?
Juicy. Okay.
Yeah.
So essentially, we started this podcast over 2 years ago now. We were much younger. The vision is still the same of the podcast. The branding is just different and more in alignment with us as we have matured as girly girls.
100%.
So that's pretty much the tea. Like, we were called the Pink Print. We sat down to interview Danny Moreno from Mo Studio, and she pretty much changed our lives. So shout out Danny. We've told her this like
Shout
a billion
out.
times, but we need the world to know. Your card is in my shop.
Oh, so sorry about that.
So pretty much this all sparked from our convo with Danny, and she was like, I really like love you guys. I believe in you guys. You got to change everything. And we were like, you know what? This is what we needed. We needed just like a whole vibe and energy shift. And we walked in to interview her both wearing like black. And she was like, why the fuck are you called the Pink Print Podcast if you both walk in here wearing all black? And that was a major shift.
It was either like you need to embody the pink print 100% and you need to be like pink, eat, breathe, sleep pink, or
Shit, pink.
you need to change your name. And we were like, you know, because you worked so hard for 2 years doing one thing and like doing that. And it was just like an awakening moment for us that we were like, okay, we need to shift to something that we can actually be authentically. And now I think we're just much more aligned.
Yeah, we're really just like us now. So hopefully you liked us before. Hopefully you like us now. But this is just the real us.
And we have lots of fun things coming for you. We have like, you know, new cute little segments.
Yes.
And it's just going to be really fun.
Yeah.
Good chapter.
So this is the House of Her, and we are opening the doors. We saved you a seat. So let's get into it.
I'm like, let's use every tagline we have in that sentence.
I need the people to be familiar, if you will.
No, 100%. Okay.
So this is how we're going to start every episode. It's going to be called This Week in the House. And we're pretty much just going to be talking about what the hell happened in this house this week. And it can be our physical home. It can be your body. It can be your mind. It can be your spirit. The home is just a metaphor for your everyday living, if you will.
All right. So tell us what's going on this week in your house.
All right, this fucking house has been shaked, stripped, destroyed. Literally, somebody came in with a fucking jackhammer and rattled me until I almost died this week. So
Whoa.
that's the vibe of the house.
Are you okay?
No.
Oh,
No, I'm not. Thank you for asking.
okay. That's what I'm here for.
It is the holidays, and this will be released after the holidays. So I'm really sorry if you're missing the advice, but you can just replay this time next year. And I think everybody can relate, no matter like what, that the holidays can be a really great time, but also a really difficult time, like no matter what you're going through. Family dynamics are interesting. Relationships can be interesting. Friendships, like romantic ones.
What seems to be like really shaking up your house this week?
I think definitely.
Is it the relationships, the friendships, the family?
No, I honestly think everything came crashing down at once. And it was like my family and then my friends, and I've been super busy and I've been traveling and we've been building this brand, and like this is my focus, like this is my priority. And a lot of people think that because we're in like real estate and have our podcast, yes, we can make our own schedule. But if I'm answering your calls in the middle of the day, that means I'm not doing my work.
100%.
And sure, I can, but then nothing the fuck gets done.
Yep.
So as an entrepreneur, you really do have to time block. And I've been working until like 8 p.m., which I know is like not late for some people, but like I'm just like on
It's late for the average person.
Yeah, it's just like I'm doing stuff all day on the computer. So when I'm finally like closing the computer, I'm ready to just like relax, like have dinner with my fiance and go to sleep because I wake up early. And I just start to feel really bad that I'm not, answering everyone's calls, because I do love all these people. But unfortunately, like this timing won't last forever, right? Like it's just the holidays and we're in the middle of the rebrand and all these things. So it's just specifically busy right now. This will not last forever, and I will not be acting like this forever. And if I am, like, sorry, that's the new me, I guess. So embrace it.
Okay, amazing.
What about your house?
Oh, my house. Okay, my house is it's pretty good. I feel the family dynamics thing all the time, especially when all my family is here, which they just were. That's when I feel like a lot of pressure. So I feel you on that front. Yeah. But I kind of just like try to separate myself from that situation.
Yeah.
What's going on in my house? Let's talk about my body house, guys. I got off birth control. We have to talk about this.
Oh my God, I didn't know she was going to say that.
Neither did I, but I was like, all right, let's give them the tea.
Yeah.
When was it? 2 weeks ago? You tell me. I look good. I feel
amazing.
Good. I have 2 new little pimples.
Oh my God. That's like normal.
Because it's just like you see all the shit people say, and and I'm not like turning down whatever they go through. Everyone has a different experience, but then you're just questioning like, what's it going to be for me?
No, totally. And like share your positive experience. Like that's like great.
So I was just like wondering, because I was like, I do deal with a little bit of like, I don't want to say I deal with acne, but I break out and like, I, here and there, and it really bothers me. So I was just like, oh my God, like, am I going to break out? Like, I definitely like my body has changed so much in the last few years.
Yeah.
And am I going to gain weight? Like, although I'm still consistent with the way I'm eating and working out. So I don't think so, but it's just like, you really never know like how it's going to hit you. And I think of myself like not even pre-birth control, because that was so long ago. I've been on it for 10 years. So it's like, it's really crazy. I got on it.
Like 16 you got on it?
Like when I was like 15, almost 16. Like I was
so longer.
Like 2 months away.
Longer than 10 years.
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, you're like halfway through 26, babe.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So, oh my God.
Yeah.
So
she's like, oh my God, I need a baby.
So that it's just, I think of like myself but it's also like I can't, because like I was actually a teenager back then. But you just like never really know how it's gonna like go for you. Although like it has been 2 weeks, but like based on my ChatGPT research, like I think if I get to a month and I'm cool, like then I'll be good. Like then it won't hit. None of these crazy things will hit me. I don't want to say crazy, everyone's
whatever.
Oh my God, okay, whatever. I'm beating around the bush.
No, yeah,
it is
like stop being annoying as fuck. Yeah.
But no, it was good. It was kind of like I was like already thinking of getting off of it, because I was just like, oh my God, I don't want to be putting these hormones into my body. And I was just like, I want to like reset. And then you tell me this all the time and you're like, why are you waiting? And I was just like, well,
it's like you just are so clear on your vision and what you want.
Because I was like, oh, I'm going to get off of it in January.
I'm like, why the fuck? Like,
and then I was like going through an episode of like, I thought I was getting a UTI, and I was just like sick of like everything and antibiotics. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm getting off of it now.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm done with. That's like so unrelated, but I was like, you know what? I'm fucking done with this bullshit. I don't want to put these fucking hormones into my body anymore. So what is it if I get off of it 2.5, 3 weeks before January, which was like the date in my head, So I just got off of it literally one day to the next. And that's it. Haven't looked back. I had to throw it away.
Okay, I would have set it on fire probably.
Oh no! But I was like, I can't just leave it there, because I'm like, out of habit, I'm gonna want to take it in the morning.
It's gonna be so easy for me to stop taking my birth control. I always fucking forget that shit.
No, I forget it too, and I take it different times every single day.
Me
but
too.
Like,
yeah,
I'm
just like, it doesn't even work. I don't know. The fuck is the point?
So that's what's going on in my house. So I'm just feeling, trying to get more in tune with myself.
Absolutely.
Oh, also the other question is just like, oh my God, do you still love your husband when you get off? Like,
oh yeah.
Like, of course I do. I've been nicer actually since I've gotten off.
It
could be coincidence. It could just be the season, but I have been nicer. And yeah, it's been good.
Well, I think that's really cute.
That's what's been going on.
Oh, I want to share one last thing.
Please
because
do.
This was just like really fun. And I'm so usually like not fun, especially during the week. And me and Teeves went to a country concert last night at Hard Rock Live. And it was supposed to be like a cute little date night. We love country music. Like we literally were like, we are going to Stagecoach every year. Like we're going to go with our kids. Like we want to go when our kids are like 21. Like we want to like really do that forever.
Oh, wow. You guys can dress so cute together.
No, we're so cute.
No, I meant with your kids.
Oh my God. Yeah. We're going to be
but
really
with
cute.
Riley too, of course.
Oh my God. And we have a little girl. I'm going to throw up. No, and like
you get a little him with like jeans and some boots and a white t-shirt and a little hat, and it's like a mini Riley. Oh, and he was so cute as a baby.
He was so cute and blonde. Like I want a boy, but I'm gonna call it now. Hopefully I'm wrong. I mean, healthy baby, whatever.
Yeah.
But like I just know I'm having a girl first. I know it.
Really?
I really know it. But anyway, I'm not having a baby. Like this is not about me.
I really think it's gonna be a boy for me. But I don't know. That's just like what I think.
Anyway,
then they can marry each other.
Oh, perfect.
Would you ever want to marry one of our kids together?
Would I ever want to marry them?
Yeah, like would you want them to get married? Like would you want to set them up? Or do you not want to mix?
Oh, It
Like,
depends on
imagine
their,
I'm like your consuegra.
it really depends on their like astrological signs.
Okay, but like let's say that they're let's say that they're all good. Like, would you? But I'm just saying, like, because of our dynamic, like, would you want our kids to be married?
I mean, yeah, but then it's gonna be like we're gonna be planning this wedding, and both of the kids are gonna be like, "Oh, my mother-in-law is fucking crazy."
No, because we know each other, and we're gonna be really chill with them.
That's true.
We're actually the best because we're not gonna want to push each other. You know,
Okay.
we have such good respectful boundaries that we
Yeah.
wouldn't want to put that on our kids. It's so funny. I'm already marrying off all my children to all
perfect.
of my.
Well, their souls are there. They're just waiting.
No, I'm like, they're gonna marry you. If you have a daughter, that's gonna marry your son. So sorry, guys, you have no choice.
My healer, Eleanor, was like, she's like, wait, how old are you? And I'm like 26, turning 27, like in less than 2 months. She's like, do you want to have a baby? And I'm like, not right now. And she's like, you better be like really careful. It's like how she talks. She's like, yeah, like 27, like I see like a baby. And I'm like, well, unless I get pregnant the day of my wedding, that wouldn't be ideal because we already have a deposit and I really don't want to have to change my dress fittings. Anyway.
Oh my God.
My story about the concert was we are at the concert. We're having the best time. Then it's like 9:30 and Teebs is like, oh, do you want to like play a little blackjack? And I'm like, no, it's like go home. And he's like, why can't we just like have a little fun? It's like 9:30. And I'm like, okay, fine. We go. We play blackjack until literally midnight. We had the best night ever. We made $650, whatever.
Rich gang.
And it was seriously just so much fun. And I was like, that's such a different date night. Like we just had a concert and then gambled a little. Like so much fun. I never thought that was what my Thursday night would turn into. So
yeah, so
be
your
spontaneous.
House. All right, your house is fun.
So my house is like we're gambling anyway.
Right.
Okay. So let's reintroduce ourselves because I feel like not only do we have a lot of new listeners, but we just don't really like, we just need to reintroduce the new vibe of us. So who's going first?
No, Kathy's going first.
Okay.
Okay. If someone only knew it from before, I don't even know what like before means. Like who came up with these questions? Us. But like if someone only knew you from before, let's say before the podcast.
Okay.
What's actually different about you now? Like before the podcast ever started.
Well, what's different about me now? I think I'm definitely a lot more outgoing. I feel like a lot of people, I was definitely really shy. Like when I was in middle school and high school, I really was like, unless you were my friend, because I was like honestly really insecure. And I was always just like, oh my God, I don't want to like embarrass myself. Like, so I think.
I feel you. I was the same.
Yeah. I think like throughout college, not even throughout college, like literally like senior year of college, probably, through now, I've become a lot more like outspoken and just like really grown into myself. And it's like practicing speaking, you know, in like certain situations. Like a lot of the times I just want to like be silent and observe, and which is good too in certain scenarios.
I used to do that a lot.
Yeah. But it's like really important to like contribute.
Totes.
You know?
Totes, my goats. What are you like way more intentional about in this season of life?
For me currently, since I am getting married next January, I've been super intentional with my relationship with Riley. I think that we were talking about this last night, and our relationship has just like really matured in a way I honestly never thought possible. Like a lot of people ask me like, oh, does it feel different to be engaged? And maybe some people have different answers, but to me, like it feels drastically different. Like this guy's just like on my motherfucking side. Like he rides for me, you know, like
should.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to marry him.
Totally. And like, you know, of course he always did, but it just feels really different now. It's like we are a unit. Like you do not fuck with her, like you'll be fucking with me and vice versa.
I love that. That's how I felt after I got married.
I'm really excited.
But it's the same
it's going to be even stronger then.
Yeah.
Because honestly, in my head, I'm just like, that's my husband. You know what I mean? Like, I just have never felt so connected to him as like my life partner as I have now. And the reason I bring that up is because I just think I've gotten a lot more mature in our relationship where, for example, like, yeah, it's fucking annoying when he goes to play golf, but like, whatever, like let him go, like do something that's going to make him happy. Cause in turn, he's going to be making me happy too. When he like comes home and is like happy that he got to golf, you know,
100%.
And before he's like, oh, why don't you want to hang out with me? Like, shut the fuck up, you know, like go let him do his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do you, boo.
Yeah.
What do you care way less about now?
I'm like, golf, no.
No, on a personal level.
On a personal level, I think, I mean, this is like silly, but I would say kind of like going out and like attending social events.
Okay.
I'm a super social person,
but super avid. I don't know if avid is the right word.
I know what you mean. Like, yeah.
You're like very social. Like you
I am.
always have something going on.
I am, but like, I think I used to feel like really bad if I like couldn't go to something or like literally like sick to my stomach, upset. And I'm definitely working on it. Like I'm not perfect at it, but I can definitely be like, you know what, if that person doesn't respect that, like I can't be there for my own like sanity, then it is like, that's their problem.
100%.
Yeah.
How did growing up in Miami shape how you see yourself, beauty and femininity?
I really like this question. I talk about this all the time, that when I got to Boston, especially going to Babson, which is like a very small school, it's not like a state school where you're like joining these crazy sororities where there are probably like a billion like gorgeous girls. Like it's just a very big school. Like my school was so small. So when I got to Boston, like honestly, everybody was kind of just like an athlete, would wear like athleisure to class. And I was showing up like first day of school, like, and this is me and that's okay. But I was like Givenchy backpack, like John Vito Rossi shoes, frame jeans, Vince sweater.
No, I love it.
Yeah, which is still me. But like I kind of was like, oh wait.
Like no one's gonna know you're wearing frame jeans and a Vince sweater.
No, they don't, which is great. But I'm just saying, like, I kind of leaned into more just like, okay, I don't have to be like this every single day. And it was liberating. Like I just went to class and like my Lululemon, like not all the time, but you know, like it was nice to just be like, nobody fucking cares about any of this shit here. Like,
but like, why did you feel like people did? Like, why was it like a pressure taken off when you realized that people don't care?
Because in Miami, everyone's like that. So if you're not doing that, or especially I think at both of our schools, everybody is always like dressing up and wearing all their shit and driving the car and doing everything. And when I got to school, like there's so many wealthy kids that went to my school. Like I went to a privileged like business school, and like you would just never know. Like they were super chill. Like they don't care. They don't talk about their money. They don't show the things they have. So I thought it was just really nice to be able to like be in an environment where like everybody kind of like came from the same place, but you can just be like chill.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of not a competition thing here, but it was always like somebody had the newest this or that or the other, you know?
Yeah, they did.
And in terms of beauty, like, yeah, growing up in the warmth where you can be on a boat at any time, like, is kind of like fucking annoying. Like, I was always insecure of like being in a bathing suit all the time.
Yeah. I feel like it was so normal that I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, that was just a reality.
Yeah. No, that's why when I got to school, I was like, wait, what? Like, what do you guys mean?
Yeah. I feel like New York did not do that for me.
Well, New York is like a major big city.
And if anything, like,
I was in Wellesley, Massachusetts. I gained weight
and I was like, no one's seeing. And then I come back to Miami and I'm like, fuck, you know?
Yeah, but that's what it is. Like, okay, of course, like when you're in the winter somewhere, like you're in a sweater all the time, but like everyone is going through the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
And coming back here, it's just like a little,
so how do you
more
feel
pressure.
Differently coming back now? Because you left, you had that reality check and now you're back.
I still feel way calmer in Boston.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like I don't really love being here. I think everybody who listens to our podcast knows.
From a beauty perspective.
Yeah. I mean, from a few different perspectives, but definitely like beauty. I think it's just like a lot all the time.
Wow.
I can't even imagine LA. I would not be okay over there.
No, LA scares me.
Yeah.
LA scares me. I don't like going out to dinner there. It scares me and intimidates me.
Yeah.
Catch me never going out in LA.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was worried. Okay. Let's move on to you.
Cool.
So if you had to explain what you're focusing on right now,
okay,
like where do you stand right now in this life? Like what is your vibe? What are you focusing on? Who is Gio right now in 2025 entering 2026?
Okay. So I'm like really on like a home life era.
Obsessed.
I
Dairy boy.
have a home. I didn't get the reference.
Okay. Never mind. Hopefully somebody did.
Yeah, I'm not, I know, okay, whatever. I have a home that I want to move into and I'm so extra and I'm like trying to like see how I would remodel it. So I'm like really like in my interior design era and like looking at inspo and like Pinterest has been huge for me.
Yeah.
Not only for the house of her, but like
this was
just
huge.
in life. It's like so fun. I've like discovered Pinterest and how good it is for inspo. So I'm like having so much fun like designing my future home, but also that comes along with like, I mean, I think financially I'm always like planning ahead, you know, and I'm just like, we're really working hard on this. And also like we have the real estate, but I'm always like planning like, how am I going to be able to get to that goal if I want to remodel?
Yeah.
How am I going to get there? So like, that's always in the back of my head too. Like I'm always trying to plan like, I mean, we got to get there somehow to pay for this remodel, you know? Mm-hmm. And and I want a baby. And I also need to plan financially for that. So I feel like that's like it's like a home life. And then it's like, I have the work, which we have this that we're so passionate about. And then it's all kind of like, okay, how am I going to put this in order so I can make it happen?
You're talking about like a lot about planning, but I know you and
I do plan a lot.
You do, but you're also like, it's all going to like be okay. A lot of the, like when I'm stressed, you're like,
yes.
I know that somehow like we're going to get to that. You know what I mean?
No, I have like, yes, I have so much certainty that it'll all work out. But sometimes it's not going to work out exactly how I want it. Maybe I won't be able to do everything at once. You know what I mean? Like maybe I need to take a step back and I'm going to manifest it. I'm putting that in quotations because I still need to work and like make the money. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But that's just like kind of like, yes, I have certainty that everything's going to work out the way it's going to work out. But at the same time, like I need to take steps to make it happen. That's how we make it manifest.
So what made money and organization such a big force for you in your life? A lot of women would be like, I'm going to let the man take care of it.
Well, my upbringing is different with my mother, obviously.
Explain.
Single
Maybe it's
mother,
not obvious.
Single mother of 3. And I always saw how hard she worked and her work ethic was incredible. Although I'd say I probably wanted to spend more time with her as a kid, but she definitely worked really hard to make sure that we didn't feel like we were missing anything, you know? Yeah. Although when I was older, I started to realize actually like the struggles, but to us, like we always like pretty much always had everything, right?
Yeah.
But when I learned, because she divorced my dad when I was 1, and then she divorced my siblings, my ex-stepdad when I was like...
She divorced my siblings.
No, my siblings' dad. My ex-stepdad when I was like 10, 11. And I just remember like how much was being, let's say, taken away financially and just like how she basically had to restart. Like had she not had her own savings at that point, her only account that he could not touch because he took everything else. If it wasn't for that and her working and having that little bit of savings, like we wouldn't have the money to pay for the next, like, I don't know, 3 to 6 months, you know? Like, so I see that and it's just like, even when you're married, which is like a whole struggle, it's a whole other conversation, the whole struggle of like being married and having that partnership. But I just see that it's like, oh my God, I have to do it myself. I have to be able to know how to make money and invest it and save it and be able to do whatever the fuck I want with that money. Because if I depend on somebody else, then it could be taken away at any moment, or I just need to depend on them. Someone can tell me no or whatever. Then I have just like own control on my life. So that's how I grew up. And that's why now I'm bringing this upon myself. Not to say that Ricky's not doing other things for the house, but I mean, yeah, I do put this like pressure on myself. When I talk about a baby, that's an us thing though. That's like a like a you and me thing.
Yeah.
You know?
So how do you think you balance this power dynamic within your marriage?
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's something that I struggle with. I think I've gotten better with it because it's like, yeah, you want to be the one with the big balls out when you're like working and in your career, but at the same time, like you can't bring the big balls home.
Right.
You know, you bring it home and you got to really like step into your like divine feminine and let the man be the man. And I know it's hard for us girls who are strong and like we want to be smart and we want to invest our money and we want to make money and we also like want to like do our own thing and have our independence and have our freedom. And like, I want that, but I know how it's hard to get home and not try to be bigger than the guy, but like even if we feel like we are deep down, you like can't show that to him.
Yeah,
like you have to make him feel like he's the big one.
Yeah,
because if not, then he's just not going to feel masculine enough, and he's just going to be like, well, then what am I doing for you? And then you're going to feel like, what are you doing for me? Because I can do it all, and it's easy for me to be like, well, I can make money and do this and whatever. And what are you bringing to the table? And it's not like that, but I'm just saying like we need to like bring it down and bring them up.
So what are things you let him do?
What are things I let him do? Like from the small things at home where it's just like, I'm not carrying anything.
Yeah.
I can do these things. Like I'm strong, you guys. No, but seriously,
of course. No, of course. That's what I'm saying. So what do you allow him to do? You can do everything.
No, but from the smallest things like carrying packages upstairs, taking the trash out. I don't want to touch the trash, little things like that. Then I like tap into my phone when I'm like cooking and cleaning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then just like things like that where like he needs to be a man. Other things like when we're at dinner, like he's paying for all of that, you know? Unless I truly want to be nice, every once in a blue moon, be like, I'll pay. You know what I mean? But like, and I know we're married, but he needs to like want to take me on a date and want to take me out to like make me feel also like I'm the woman, you know?
Yeah.
And he's doing his part. Those are like little things. I have to like think what else.
No, that's okay. Those are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that. So something else about you that people maybe do or do not know is that you're a huge traveler.
Oh, huge.
Huge traveler. So how do you think growing up traveling with this global perspective has shaped you? Because like, I think we talk about this a lot. We know a lot of people that don't really like travel as much or whatever, haven't been able to travel as much. And I think it really makes a really, okay, sounds so dumb.
No, you don't.
I think it really makes a really big difference is what I was going to say. But it does. I think it makes a big difference in the way you interact and kind of mix into the world.
Yeah. No, I'm so lucky that like I have a mom who loves to travel.
Yeah.
So I would tag along on a bunch of trips. So I know that I'm very like lucky that I had all these opportunities to travel so much. But seriously, like, I see like no other way. Like I love to travel.
Yeah.
Like there's also moments where I really love to like stay home. So I think it just really has to do with the fact that like my family's not from here.
Yeah.
So like my mom moved here when she was in high school and her parents still lived in Brazil. So like she wanted to see her parents. So like I would have to go, obviously when I was like little.
Yeah.
And then I remember like as soon as I was like 1, she took me to, like, she would just take me everywhere with her. And then also in the summers when it was my birthday, she would stay here and work, and I would stay like a month with my grandma in Brazil. So it's like I don't know anything else. Like I would always be going out of the country to Brazil and then to Uruguay, because that's also where my grandparents were. And then eventually like my dad moved to San Francisco. And I would say that I really started traveling a lot like once I was in high school, and my mom got divorced again. So it's kind of just like, I work so much, like this is where I have my time for myself, something that I enjoy. And since I was the oldest, I would just tag along with her. I would go, and then I was like, I'll go here with you and there with you. And then I ended up going to New York, and like she just always loved to travel, and I would just tag along. So how has that shaped my perspective? Like, I mean, I don't know. Obviously it's like, it's shaped who I am.
Yeah.
Because who would I be without all these experiences? Like completely different person.
Yeah.
But I think it's amazing. I love traveling. I love like getting to know different cultures and foods, and I'm learning Italian.
Yeah.
And it's just so fun.
I think that
I want the same for my kids.
No, I really want the same for my kids. And I think that something it does is like, it helps you kind of empathize and understand obviously other cultures better, but I think it makes you a more effective communicator actually, because you get to understand all these different cultures and how people just function as humans. It's completely different all over the world. And that's something I really like, especially when you go, for me, it was when I went to college specifically, because you're kind of just like in a melting pot of people from all over the world. And even like in a group project, like there's somebody from India, there's somebody from China, there's somebody from the US, there's somebody from Colombia, like everybody has a really different style of working, like, and communicating. Like I remember like I would do a lot of these projects, whatever. And like some people would be up at like 3 a.m. working, and like then wake up at like 1 p.m., you know? And it's like, well, I don't work that way. So like, how are we going to get around this? And some people are very short and direct, and they don't know that they're being that way. They're just like, that's the vibe. Like, you know? So I think in that sense, it's really helpful for people to just explore.
I also just think it like takes you out of your own bubble, and it gives you like a fresh perspective on life. Like every time I go to like, I mean, of course, somewhere in the US, but I wasn't in Europe. Like every time I go to Europe, I'm just like, oh my God, like life here is so different. Like I want to move here. I want to change this in my life. And it just gives you a fresh take like on your own life, so you can come back re-energized.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, amazing.
Okay,
so
cool.
Hopefully that was like a little refresh on who we are. By the way, we are both like first generation Americans, but I feel like it's always necessary to say that. I'm Cuban and Sicilian, and Gio is fully Brazilian.
I'm fully Brazilian, you guys.
So that's also, like you said, why we have grown up traveling around a lot of different cultures.
100%.
So I think we kind of covered why House of Her has come to fruition, but I do just want to say, like, the mission is still the same for our brand, and it's to help women build a sustainable life, giving you micro tools and habits to be able to just incorporate them into your daily, obviously, and to build a life that lasts. There's no quick fixes around here. We need to stay calm, okay? Strap the fuck in. We're staying calm. Don't I sound calm? And how we're going to balance the divine feminine with this traditional modern woman situation. Like, you and I are very hardworking women. We're getting married. We're having babies. Like, it's going to be very interesting to see how we evolve, like, within the house.
100%.
And balancing work.
I'm so curious.
And yeah, I think the just the balance of the divine feminine.
Yeah,
is kind of what it's all about around here. So we want to introduce our newest segment.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for this segment. Okay,
Yeah.
guys. So now at the end of every single episode, we're going to have the mailbox.
The mailbox.
The mailbox is where you, yes, you can submit your fiery, deepest, darkest secrets questions to us, and we will give you our 2 cents on it.
Yeah.
And it's anonymous. We won't say your name or whatever.
So let's get into it. Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Number 1. I love my boyfriend, but I feel like I've outgrown the relationship. How do you know when it's a season ending versus just a rough patch? This is a phenomenal question.
I love my boyfriend, but sorry, I'm like rereading to see if I can like answer the question. Okay, you love this question. You can start.
Okay. Well, this is a very good question. I think, of course, we need, more context usually. Mm-hmm. It depends on...
Give us context.
Give us context. But if we're just, looking at this from an abstract point of view, if you're already saying you've outgrown the relationship, like you definitely need to voice that to your boyfriend. You need to tell him like what he's missing. But, this kind of happened to me in my relationship.
Yeah, I was going to say the same.
Yeah. And this is what I did. I told my boyfriend, I was like, listen, we were doing long distance at the time and he was being really like on top of me, and I'm an Aquarius. Okay. I'm a free spirit. Can't be having that. He's a Leo. So he's just like rawr. And I was like, listen, you got to stop doing this. And if they take that and they don't want to fix it, you're not worth it to them. It was worth it to him to go fix that problem and to like go do work on himself and just separate our lives a little bit more. This was probably 2 to 2.5 years into our relationship. So if you have to voice something, it's totally fine. Like, see how they react, because a guy that wants to be with you will fucking figure it out.
100%. I feel like you really need to question like what you want out of the relationship, what you want out of your life. And if you truly feel like, this person no longer aligns with your values and like where you want to go, then maybe end the relationship. But there's also rough patches where like you do feel like you're not completely on the same page.
Yeah.
And I felt that too, just like Kathy mentioned. And I feel like the most important thing is communication. So I would just be like, listen, this is how I feel. And sometimes they're like really intense conversations. Like, this is how I'm feeling. And not that you're blaming the other person or yourself, but it's just kind of like, let's work this out. What can you do better? What can I do better? And then you have to see that the person's actually actively changing, and that you're also changing too, because maybe there's something that you're doing in the relationship that you're just like, whatever, I'm over it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not also like that. So, and then you can work through it. So it kind of just like really depends. You're gonna have to reflect and ask yourself that on a deeper level.
I also want to emphasize.
Please do.
I think a lot of girls these days, it's so much easier to be like, oh, this is annoying, like I'm out.
Yeah.
And that is not always the best solution. If you find like a really good guy and you really feel like you could build a future with him, like try and really work it out. I think it's really easy especially if you're dating and you start to get older, to like get stuck in your ways. And like the reality of the situation is like you have to adapt and you have to be malleable. Like you're like, like sometimes you have to make, I don't like the word sacrifice, but it is a bit of a sacrifice. Like, and my aunt said this the other day. We were just talking about relationships in general, and she's like, like it was like 7 p.m. and she's like, do you really want to start like cooking dinner for your husband right now? Like, I'm sure you're exhausted. And I was like, no. And she's like, exactly, but you're gonna do it because like that's something that that he'll appreciate, and like like you gotta give a little sometimes.
Well, it's the same thing kind of like in marriages. Like marriage is obviously like a way bigger thing than, well, I'm not saying that in your relationship, sorry.
Yeah.
But I'm saying when you're in the relationship for so long, like, it can be so easy. Like, what, fuck this. Let's just break up, divorce. But it's just, I feel like because now a lot of people are getting divorced, but it's kind of like working through it is how you make it even longer, and you can become even stronger together.
Exactly.
Okay. I'll read the next one. What do you do when a friendship starts feeling one-sided, but there's no big reason to end it? I feel like, do you need to end it? Do you need to end it?
No, what did you say?
I said, do you need to end it? It
No.
says there's no big reason you need to end it.
No, I don't think you need to end it. If it were me, I would just like distance myself.
100%.
That was easy.
Yeah.
Cool.
One of my close friends is constantly late or cancels last minute or shows up half present. I brought it up before and nothing changes. At what point do you stop addressing it addressing it and just adjust how close you are?
Sometimes you also have to accept people for who they are. Like, I have certain friends where listen, my fiance, I know that bitch is going to be late
You're right.
every damn time. And what am I supposed to do? Get mad about it every time? Like, no. And I don't defend him. I'm just like, if we're going to a dinner and everyone's like, where's Steve's? Where's Steve's? Where's Steve's? I'm just like, he's at work. He'll be here. Like, you know what? Like,
Yeah.
I know that that's how he rolls. And like, I will like rush myself and like fucking kill myself to be somewhere on time.
Yeah.
He's like, nobody is going to stop being my friend if I'm a few minutes late. I don't care. Like, I'm not rushing. I'm doing my thing. Like, and that's why he's so happy all the time, by the way.
100%.
And I'm not saying he's selfish. I'm just saying, like, that's just his vibe. And like, I've accepted it and I'm not going to be mad at it anymore. So,
I mean, I think it depends like what event we're talking about. Like if you're sitting at dinner alone for like 30 minutes, like that's not the funnest thing to do, but,
done it. Yeah.
But I agree with you that it's just kind of like have different expectations for this friend then don't expect them to be just like you. If clearly they've shown you like this is their style.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. I'm doing well on paper, but I still feel behind. How do you stop comparing your timeline to everyone else's? I feel like you have a really good answer for this because your timeline is so fucking different from anybody else I've ever met. Like you started work while everybody was still in school.
Oh.
And like I'm sure there were times where you were like, fuck, I don't want to be working right now. Everybody's at school.
Yeah, I never had that thought. But I just think that I had the thought of like, should I go down this route? Should I actually not finish school? Everyone else is finishing school. I had that thought. That was like my big moment. But I feel like, okay, doing well on paper, but you still feel behind. It's just like, well, compared to who? Okay, it's saying stop comparing your time to everyone else's. I just feel like everyone else has different goals. Like you were just saying like, okay, Eleanor was saying there's a baby in the horizon and you're like, no, not now. And I'm like, give me a baby on my fucking horizon. You know what I mean? Like you have different goals than I do. So it's like comparing yourself to someone else's timeline. It's so easy to do on social media because you're like, oh my God, you see these people and maybe they have like what you want.
Yeah.
So then you're like, oh my God, but maybe they don't have the exact same life that you have. Maybe they have the kids in the marriage. I'm saying this like in my head because that's what I see now, but maybe they don't have the same career as you, or maybe they don't have the same traveling as you, you know what I mean? Like they just have different things. So you're only looking at one thing that you want from them. You say this all the time. You say like, if you see someone on social media, do you want their whole life or do you just want that little snapshot, that little picture? You know, you don't want their family, their this or that. You just want that moment. So it's kind of like when you're comparing yourself to someone else's timeline, you just want that thing that you feel like you're lacking, but you're not behind and you're doing exactly what you want to do in your life. Yeah. Someone else's life, they don't want the same outcome. So it's just, there's no purpose in comparing yourself.
Yeah. Comparison is the thief of joy.
It sure is. And last one. My family sees me as the old version of myself and doesn't respect the boundaries I've set as an adult. How do you deal with that without constant conflicts? You know, I don't have this problem myself, but I see like my mom's relationship with her family and she's changed so much as a person. And I feel like she's so different now. And it's kind of like, if they don't respect your boundaries, like that's their problem. Like you still need to have your boundaries. Yeah. Like if they're going to keep still treating you the same way they did like when you were in high school or when you were young and kind of like belittling you, you're not that same person and you don't have to accept that behavior. So this time, like, okay, if you don't want to like sit down and listen to somebody like, well, am I being so specific on my family situation? But if you don't want to sit down in a conversation where someone's talking smack about you, then you can get up and leave. Like if they think, oh my God, she's so rude. Okay, but like I don't need to sit there and like take your shit either. Yeah. Was that like too specific and weird?
No.
Okay.
No, we're helping the people. Okay. I agree with that. And I especially have that situation in my family because we're just like, I'm talking about my Cuban side of my family. And they're like, what boundary? No boundary. What does that even mean? Like, you know what I mean? And like they'll say that and they're like, ay, Caterina, so stupid, your boundaries. Like what, like there's no boundaries in this family, like things like that. And I'm sure many people our age deal with that because like none of our parents went to therapy and we're going to be a much better generation at parenting. Like they would probably disagree, but whatever. And they say that all the time to me. And I just sit there and I'm like, okay, like I have my certain boundaries I have with you people. And for example, like if I don't want to be at a family dinner all night long, like I leave at 9 p.m. because I need to go to bed at a certain time. And like, okay, if you're mad at me, I literally don't care. Like you're the only one who's mad because I get to go home and go to sleep. And that's it. That's
and how do you avoid the constant conflict that there is?
listen, with family, like,
Just thinking of the last part of the question.
no, I know. Like, listen, there maybe is going to be conflict, but at the end of the day, it's your family. And the next day, they're not going to still be like mad at you that you like
I agree.
did X, Y, Z.
I agree.
So if they're annoyed or whatever, once again, they're the only one that feels annoyed. Like, you should feel bad for them that they feel so annoyed for whatever reason, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so just keep there's been so many times I cross my boundary or do something that I did not want to do, like out of fear to like help somebody else in my family, like feel more love, XYZ. It has never gone right for me. I always end up like crying or emotionally exhausted, or like then I end up doing that thing and then somebody gets mad anyway. And it's like, well, why the fuck did I just like do that for you then?
Yeah.
So try your best. It's hard. I'm not perfect at it whatsoever.
You just need to kind of like not give a fuck.
Yeah.
I think now that you said that, I also thought about like now, like how my dynamics change with my family now that I'm married, and there's just certain expectations that are different. Like I can stay home like with my husband, you know what I mean? Like I don't need to go out with my family all the time, and it's not bad that I'm just prioritizing the person I'm choosing to spend the rest of my life with.
Yeah.
You know, and if people don't get it, that's like unfortunate for them. You need to like tell them nicely, and then you need to be like, all right, but like this is the situation.
And also like you don't have to, like the conflict, it's like never let it come from you, you know, like if somebody else wants to get mad and create conflict, okay, like that's one thing. Don't like create the conflict yourself. Just like do whatever you want to do that makes you happy. And then if somebody gets mad and starts doing shit, like, okay, whatever, that's their problem.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into the launch episode of House of Her. We will be here every single week, Wednesdays at midnight. Our episodes drop. And get ready for this new fucking era, bitches. We're here to help you. And I'm ready for 2026. I know it's going to be a sick ass year.
It is. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. Bye.